My name is Imad Yaqub. I'm the president and CEO of the Global Restaurant Groups. Global Restaurant Groups, it's 7 restaurants, 2 lounges, catering division. I started the company 10 years ago, and we've been blessed. We open a restaurant almost every year. We're growing tremendously. We're now almost 700 staff. It used to be me, my wife, my best friend, and a couple people 10 years ago. So we're on the right track. I arrived to Canada 1984. I was in last year university to get my accounting degree in business. And I came in I have my London immigrant papers, and I had to come into Canada before I'm 21 years old, or I will lose my London immigrant. But in the meantime, I couldn't wait in Egypt to finish my degree, or I have to go to the army. So I was between rock and a hard place. I had to choose between which one, is it my education or immigrate to Canada. So I decided to come in and immigrate to Canada and check it out. If I didn't like it, I wanted to go back. And I fell in love when I came in. Well, I didn't speak a word of English. I had to do something else in the meantime. So I found myself working as a kitchen helper at the Harbor Castle Hilton, where I end up working under some of the top chefs in the world. My old chef, Albert Schnell, he retired right now from the business. He was one of the most talented chefs Canada ever offered in the 1980s. And I end up working around lots of famous chefs right now in Canada that they all came from underneath him. I found my calling. I was one of the youngest executive chefs in Toronto. By the age of 27, I was the chef de cuisine of King Edward Hotel. 28, that was my first executive chef job, running a big restaurant in Toronto. And it kept me on my toes for years and years and years and years until I started my company. The best advice that somebody gave me was, especially in this business, what it really helped me in this business was the part of don't have your ego stand in the way of the success. Chefs we are very proud people in our industry. When we create something, we're like a designer. We create a plate, we create a recipe, we create food, and we believe so much in it that we think that everybody want to eat it, everybody want to order it, but that's not the truth. And when you start realizing that, you start understanding that in your jobs, you have to decide what your job is all about. Is to make people happy or to make yourself happy. So when you take the ego out of it, you realize that you want to make people happy. So you start to cooking for other people, not for yourself. The turning point of my career was I got fired. First time in my life. I was always being the superstar. Every job I'm in, I'm having the highest scores when it comes to my work ethics. I was the guy that if they pay me for 8 and I work 14, the next 6 hours is for free. I was the guy that come on my days off to work just to learn something else. I was the guy that I remember years ago, I hurt my leg badly and I was in a cast, and I showed up to work with the crutches, and I was on the stoves holding crutches, and I was like for a month with crutches on this, and my chefs would tell me, go home, and I said, no, I can't. I'm not the guy that believe that to get sick. Take your time of whatever you want to do in business. Just like I said, don't put your ego in it. You need to decide why you're getting into this business, whatever business it is, and you need to think seriously. Are you in the business for the business, or you're into the business for you? Because in the end of the day, yeah, I was a very good chef, but I'll be very happy if I own 1% of Starbucks. Now, Starbucks started with a couple coffee shops. Now there's thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands. It's becoming a brilliant business model. I didn't want to, if I was in the coffee shop and I want to make the best coffee there is, but I can't produce it in a way to becoming a big business, what are you in it for? So I think you have to think twice why you're jumping in any type of business you're in. computer, anything. What are you trying to accomplish out of it?